souls united in devotion, with hearts full of joyous loyalty, we rise from the sea, guided by your light.
The dead grow tongues and sing praise day and night. That's what's become of those consumed by the dark tide. If the journeying paradise reaches our world, everyone in Rinasita will suffer the same fate.
Look at them, lining up to flatter their divinity, groveling for its grace, without Leviathan's wisdom. Feeble minds like theirs are fit only to be devoured.
Ceaseless worship, stripped of meaning or soul, from this shore to the next, from paradise back to our world.
Altogether more believers to be drawn into paradise's maw. Then they'll go claim their due from Leviathan.
Even with the tape's help, we can't stay exposed to these hymns for too long. Chimera.
I don't take your orders. Silence, wretched souls! There is no place for you in paradise. Burn in your ruin, and rot in hell.
Seems Chimera still commands some authority here.
Coming back here feels like coming home. By blood, they ought to call me Forefather. Leviathan was right about one thing. Fear is the most ancient and enduring truth in all living things.
We're here again.
The Styx Lake. A myth once whispered in Septimont, now carved into reality by Leviathan. Those touched by the Tidespawn often begin to see things. Hallucinations. And this lake is usually the first they find. Anger, sorrow, pain. Leviathan read. There. Do you see it? At the edge of this underworld. That's the journeying paradise.
Through me, walk the path of glorious ascension. Through me, enter the city of eternity.
No matter how Leviathan dresses it up, it can't hide the truth. It's a liar, twisting souls and selling a paradise of lies.
This lake, it's not quite like how I remembered it.
The Styx Lake, a place where all souls meet. Some call it by another name, Main's Deep. Leviathan reshaped it through the dark tide, turning it into a furnace where souls are melted down and reforged.
A crude imitation of the Sentinel's way of giving form to remnant creatures. But Leviathan takes the souls devoured by the dark tide and forges them into its obedient kindreds. Nostalgic? No. What I carry is rage. A rage for vengeance.
This is where Chimera was born.
Do you mean me or us? Born from the fury that courses through the earth, rage cast my spine and slaughter chest. I've torn through countless souls, rained fire on fields, slept to the wails of 1,000 dying cries. They remember me as Nemean, the Leviathan. Its treachery dragged me into the dark tide. It twisted my frequency and forced me into an abominable union with the frail goat and pathetic serpent. We were merged. Since then, our frequencies gnaw and rend at one another, torment without end. The agony wrought by its will, I shall repay tenfold, carving bone, feasting on marrow, until nothing remains.
Chimera was Leviathan's first tidespawn, created by fusing the frequencies of 3 powerful tacit discords, the first of its kindred. Don't expect nobility from him. He has the gift of wisdom, but at his core, he's still a tacit discord driven by instinct. A destroyer in life, a prisoner of vengeance in death. That vengeance is what broke Leviathan's leash. For now our goals align, and that's likely why he's willing to listen this time. These human frequencies, they're trapped in the Dark Tide's corruption, still clinging to their last shreds of will. Leviathan can do nothing but trap them here and torture them with the pain it's harvested. That alone is reason enough to slay it.
We in Leviathan? We set them free.
Exactly. Look, the anchor stone Augusta placed is just across the lake. No. The waters are dark with corruption. Trying to cross would only rouse the dark tide.
Wretched souls, abandon all yearning for the light of paradise. They come not to save, but to ferry thee to the far shore, into the underworld of hell, into frost and flame. As for you, the living have no place upon this river. Turn back. Seek another crossing. Leave this place and be not consorts of the dead.
Beholder finds no anomaly. Long staff, eyes like burning coals. If Leviathan based this underworld on the old tales of Septimont, then this must be Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Its made-up characters only mechanically follow their scripted roles. Hand me that lantern-shaped terminal. I'll handle this.
Whence comes your pride that you would defy my word?
We come by the highest will's command. By divine pardon, we shall cross to honor the dead and to return hope to the living.
A vessel for the dead bears not the weight of the living.
The old stories say Charon favors gold and jewels. If the living seek passage, they must offer a fortune deemed worthy.
cursed shore awaits all who fear not divinity. If your heart harbors unfinished desires, and you fear not death, then we have arrived.
That was surprisingly smooth.
I had the beholder on him the whole time. My instincts keep telling me something's off. We'd better stay sharp. The anchor stone is just ahead. Let's go after it. Its energy has been reshaped by the dark side. We'll need the Sentinel's power to purify it before activation.
Bad timing.
Let's settle the score! Three. Live to hunt. It's done. The terminal's comms should be restored. Let's contact Augusta.
Yes, we saw it. The anchor stone has been activated. Sooner than expected.
My family's potions are ready. But please, a word. It's been crafted from the Threnodian's venom. Outside the corruption's reach, it induces hallucinations, warping your senses and clouding judgment. If you aren't immediately entering the dark tide, I advise you all not to drink it.
Ground defenses are holding. And no major fluctuations in the dark tide for now.
Everyone. Wait! An intense frequency suddenly. It's moving towards the Western Front.
Is this the best the mighty gladiators of Septimont can offer? grand finale deserves grandeur. How can such a dull act satisfy the audience? Yes! Now this is a scene fit for the final act.
Blades do not discriminate. Leave. This one's mine.
Oh, has Honglong fallen so low, they now send a blind man to die?
Prisoner Scar of Jinzhou. Surrender now. One strike is all it would take to end you. Surrender, and you may be spared pain.
Oh, in an epic play such as this, I refuse an early exit.
My orders were to bring you back, dead or alive. I never planned on bringing you back alive. Your head belongs to me.
You're too late, defender of Guanlong. Beneath the dark tide, it stirs once more. All hope will be swept away.
You talk too much. Behold this boy.
Like bamboo.
Your life is mine to take. Winds howling. Retreat and gain ground.
All this time, your eyes fixed on the tide. Never once did you see the threat in the sky. Annihilation. Right on time!
The connection was cut off.
The Fraxidus really sent two overseers at once.
For Lova and Scar, their appearance was too well timed. Like they knew our strategy all along. Meanwhile, Christophero's just biding his time in the shadows. This must be just the beginning. No matter. The Dark Tide was just unleashed because of the Fraxidus' interference. And everyone there. They didn't even take the potion before it swallowed them.
Trust them. Their will is stronger than the corruption.
The Anchor Stone has been activated. It will guide them through the Dark Tide.
Watch out!
Fret not. Soon you and your companions shall reunite in the boundless embrace of eternal night. Your journey ends here. What is writ by fate
not be swayed.
Huh. The Fraxidus must think highly of us. Even you're here. No wonder the Beholder couldn't read your frequency. It can't pierce something as ancient as the concept of death. I've seen many who can use their forte to mimic or create, but to perfectly replicate another's frequency and even forge an entirely new body. There's only one person who can do that. The thousand-faced survivor. The grand architect of the Fraxidus, Schwarzlock. But I doubt that's your real name, huh?
The children have toiled to script this grand spectacle and bend apart for me. I have slumbered in shadow for too long. This old vessel yearns to stir. You are our honored guest, and so you shall be received with all the reverence your presence commands. The path of return is barred by the Styx Lake. The waystone was shattered by my own hand. Stay here, and I shall see you unharmed.
You ferried us across only to bar the return. Well played. The answer is plain to see. No one is going to stand in our way.
Regrettable choice. Violence is not mine to seek. Yet the role I am given is clear. To hold the one who would end Leviathan here.
Leave him to me. Go. Knock upon the gates of paradise, and let its bells toll through the dark to guide their way. I'll find a way. Once it's done, I'll catch up. Remember our promise? So long as one of us reaches paradise, hope lives on. Go!
Very well. Cabrera, let us see how far you have come since that day.
Looks like it's just the two of us now, Rover.
We can't give up. Not as long as there's hope.
Right. I'll fight by your side till the end. Look! The path to paradise is just ahead. We push through them. We're almost there. We'll make it.
Endure and defy. Tide's influence is getting stronger. Are you alright, Abby?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. I'll make it quick. More enemies.
The journey in paradise is just ahead.
Abby's frequency is weakening. I can barely sense it.
Stop yapping. So dizzy.
Leviathan's whispers. These voices.
Welcome, Rover. A pleasure to see you again. Oh, no need to rush toward the abyss in such haste. Please, take your time to enjoy this interlude before the story meets its climax. Did Ovidius's story stir sorrow and anger in your heart? By now, you must have realized that Renacita's fate was forged by the Sentinel. With that truth exposed, have you ever suspected that humanity's fate could also be the design of a higher being? A girl, born into a land ravaged by war. Tell me, why was she fated to stand against the divine and endure a second suffering? And that one born... Who scripts such destinies? Who appoints such suffering? If fate cannot grant equal grace to all, if it cannot offer each soul a just and rightful end, then perhaps it is we who must tear the old script and become the authors of a new one.
No matter how noble your reason may sound, the crimes you've committed in Renacita are far too great to ever be forgiven.
Oh, I care little for my own fate. I am but a small footnote in this grand repertoire. One day, my role too will end. And if that finale, however, my moment on stage is yet to come. The spotlight now belongs to the...
You wrote Ovidius and all of Renacita into a tragedy, just to prove a point. You speak of divinities with disdain, but the moment you took up that quill, you became no different. I don't trust you, or the quill in your hands.
Certainly. I do believe there is someone more worthy than I to wield it. We've invited you before, many times. Should you choose to accept, you would be the one to hold that quill. Unbound by Renacita's fate, and still you descend into the abyss alone, to aid in their defiance of fate. Aren't you merely playing the role of savior? I know you bear a power not of this world. It grants you a courage that borders on folly. But even so, Overthrax's power lies dormant within Abbey. A Threnodian's essence is one and the same. Should two such frequencies ever collide, Leviathan could use the Dark Tide to possess Abbey, merge with Overthrax, and eventually complete its rebirth.
I'm alright, Rover.
You've never questioned what Abbey is, have you? Never pause to wonder why it grows dizzy each time it absorbs the Dark Tide. You do already know what the Dark Tide really is. Perhaps once Abbey merges with Leviathan, it will recall what it once was and find its true self. If that's the risk you're prepared to take, I suppose I can revise my script accordingly. Leviathan has long sought its harbinger, but you weren't its first choice. That role was meant for Augusta, Septimon's current ephor. The paradise should have descended as I had written. Yet, the priestess's arrow, fired at the cost of her very existence, sent the story veering off script. Still, any script worth its ink must be able to adapt. Just a few careful strokes, and we found the perfect protagonist to bear the mantle of despair. We knew your plan from the beginning. Now your companions are lost to the Dark Tide.
adrift with no anchor in sight, fated to sink endlessly. As for Cartathea, the divinity that granted her a second life is dead. Do you truly believe her humanity alone can stand against Leviathan? Yes, hope amid hardship makes a finer tale than one of aimless doubt. The audience always favors stories steeped in distress, struggle, and ruin. Alas, this interlude must end here. Leviathan stirs from its slumber, and with its wrath comes its gospel. Now then, show me. Show me that humanity can rise against the divine. Prove your will is your own. Prove you are worthy to pen your own fate. But if humanity cannot cross the threshold of the divine, then we shall be the ones to write its fate instead. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets their hour upon the stage, and then, in the blink of a moment, is heard no more.
I believe in them, just as they believe in me.
Of course, you've always been the protagonist of our play. But what if the one we speak of, the one meant to end Leviathan, is not you?
What? So your true target is...
A special scene between her and our grand architect must not be disturbed. But now take a brief rest. The stage is nearly set for your finale.
Your true target all along.
Indeed. Another stalemate awaited him. And you, the Revenant returned from the dark tide. You are the one chosen to end I know the power you wield. Left unchecked, it unravels the fabric of our play. And so, I must still your steps here. Yet I confess, Galbrena, your growth hath far outstripped what I foresaw. How many tacit discords have you devoured?
Do you count how many gemberries you've eaten in your life? For one with a lifespan like yours, surely you know more than most. So go on, take a guess.
You risked all to save those who share no bond with you. To choose to protect is one thing, but to do so wielding power not born of mankind, that you... you must have felt it. The cold stares of those you saved. No gratitude. Only...
So what? I chose this path, and I'll follow it.
Your frequency now intertwines with the tacet discords. The moment you crossed that threshold, the mortal world ceased to be your Malfa still stands. Join the Fraxidus. You too have crossed the veil that parts life and death.
Ever since I got these wings, I found freedom in the open sky. I don't need a haven or titles to cage me. I am what I choose to be.
Should you crave power, we shall grant it. Even that of the Frenodian. Should you seek to help, we shall guide mankind toward the future beyond all
Sounds like something a hypocrite would say.
Mortal sight is too narrow to fathom our path.
So, you think you stand above humanity, huh? Whatever. I don't give a damn about you or your grand ideals. I only need one reason to take you down. You're in my way.
The tacit discords within you are gone. Now, tell me, what remains of you?
I've heard enough of this crap. You hide behind borrowed faces. But me, I've never once doubted who I am. I've risen from blood and inferno 1,000 times. Faced the monsters that lined up to devour me. And fought back without mercy. I broke Harpia's razor wings and tore out Balor's demon eye. Not even Dalahan's iron hooves could bring me to my knees. The dark tide cursed me long ago. I should have been dead. But here I stand. And you think one of your clones can stop me?
Still clinging to hope. A sharp tongue may spark your courage, but it shall not change your end. And so be it. Forsake all hope of ever beholding paradise. I shall guide you to the Allen's shore.
We're already there, Schwarzloch. This blood, it should be enough. My flames could never reach you before. But now, it's time you pay for your arrogance. The hunt begins. May the flames light your way home.
You never cease to surprise.
And here I thought you knew me well. A good hunter turns nature to her advantage. Or did you misunderstand? I didn't become strong because of any of you. I was strong. That's how I broke you.
I wasn't referring to that. I was surprised to see the spirits rise at your command.
I didn't command them. They chose it of their own will. When disaster strikes, humans unite. A hollow being like you wouldn't understand.
Even if you absorb the corruption in their frequencies, it will not last. That Charon is but one mask the Grand Architect wears.
I know. That's why we have to move and find him.
There was a battle near the Journeying Paradise. Its aftershock blocked the main path. Which way do we go?
Left. It's a shortcut.
There is no path on the left.
Then I'll carve one out myself. Leviathan's presence is growing stronger. Flame Wing won't last much longer in the air. The Beholder Prey marked. Time to end it in one shot. I'll use the feather blade to weave through them while shooting. Chimera, tear the space apart! Your divinity is next.
Slow down. I must savor the exquisite taste of their life.
Through here. I'll kick the gates of hell open myself. Almost there.
You are too late. The purest dark tide has swallowed him, and the stairway to the paradise lies in ruins. Run all you like. Your chance to save him is already lost. Such is the nature of fate.
If I believed in fate, I wouldn't have made it this far.
You think that little flame can burn this dark tide? You drown in delusion.
I know it's not enough. What if I add some of this.
You intend to unleash the tacit discord within you. Those savage frequencies alone will destroy you before the Dark Tide even gets a chance.
I tamed them once. I can do it again. It's just a matter of what I'm willing to lose. If saving him means we still have a shot at taking down Leviathan, I'll risk it all. My will. My everything.
Lunatic!
Let's see whose fire burns hotter. Don't tell me you're getting cold feet now.
Everything you have fought to keep will burn to ash.
Then let it burn! Time to make a choice again. Hunt with me, or die with me. If you still want to see Leviathan destroyed with your own eyes, this is your final chance. Either way, I've already made my choice.
I called on you time and again to unleash your true power. And now, of all things, this is what gets through to you. You would risk everything for a sliver of hope.
I would, no matter the cost.
Just as I foresaw, she arrives to save you from the abyss. A fleeting spark, kindled by all she once had, burning for a hopeless stand against the furious tide. What awaits you is your end. Now, roving outlander, don that exquisite mantle once more, and step onto the deserted stage you are destined to face.
How much time has passed? No path to take. Nowhere to go. Wait. What's that?
Death is a divine gift bestowed upon humanity. Those you cherish now. A lucky few had their names carved into this ancient stone, but far more. Those who once stood by your side, you've already let slip away. Like raindrops into the sea. One day, even this Steely will follow, swallowed by the tide of your fading memory. Just like the rest.
I will not forget them.
You've changed from who you once were. Still stubborn, as always. But now, you fear that has made you weak. Go on then. Your destination lies just ahead. When the bustling stage quiets, all who played a part in your fate will take their leave. Only you remain for the final bow. From beginning to end, you've always walked alone. That is the truth you cannot escape. Abby's condition was written into our script long ago. Even if you strike Leviathan down, Abby can no longer serve as the vessel to seal Leviathan's essence. Only one variable slipped past our design. Her. The Revenant returned from the Dark Tide. She could have bridged your failing forces and brought Leviathan to its end. But the moment she gave up, your downfall was written. Hope scattered like ash. Oh, harbinger of the dark tide. You can save no one. What follows in your wake is ruin, and ruin alone. Oh, not fond of how the story ends, are we? Well, fortunately, you are not like the rest. Your fate rises above the masses. You still hold the power to choose. You always wanted to be the savior. Now that chance lies before you. The one you've known was coming all along.
Shut up, you noisy pest. You don't buy his nonsense, do you? In the flesh. Took a few tricks, but I made it in. This is your mindscape. Leviathan drew it from the deepest layers of your mind, using the purest frequency of the dark tide. Everyone has a mindscape. Some say when countless seas of consciousness flow together, they make the essence of Solaris. I've seen many places, but nothing quite like this. It must mean a lot to you.
But I saw Carlotta, Brant, everyone. And you. You were all just like in that illusion I had before.
Leviathan preyed on your deepest fear of losing the ones you care about, and turned it into these gravestones. The ones who seem the strongest often fear loss the most. That's how Leviathan slips in, by exposing our pain to the light. If you let it take hold, you'll never break free. In the end, your mind and body will be devoured, dismantled. So, you could say this place hangs between life and death. Your friends are here too, each of them fighting their own demons. But can you feel this?
Yes. It's warm and real.
There. Look, when I hunt, I often travel through the night. The darkness is thick, but faint, but those stars don't shine for me. Long before I even looked up, they'd already been watching over the sky. Leviathan has underestimated human resolve. To me, these gravestones, they're signposts left by the living for those still fighting. Like stars destined to burn out. They refuse to stop shining until the very end. There's always someone in the dark, giving their life to light the way. And that's why you and I, we don't stop moving forward. Sometimes, all it takes is the first step. That's enough to light the way for others. And maybe one day, they'll be the ones lighting the way for you. I don't know your past, but I do know the future you want isn't one of death. Being scared of losing someone just means you're human. But the people you love, the ones who love you back, they'd never let you face the end alone. This isn't where it ends. If you want the past to open, remember all the people you helped anchor to a future. Now, it's time to anchor yourself. But before that, take a look behind you. You've come a long way, changed a lot of lives. That's your past, but it's also your strength. So use it. Hope is still out there, waiting for you. Take this spark with you. Take the step through darkness into the light. We will be right behind you.
New allies born from the perils of the high seas.
Good people have their wishes fulfilled. Heroes appear in a time of crisis. Justice triumphs over evil. And united friends are undefeated.
The Codex reminds us, it is not the lighthouse that guides us through a storm to safety, but our own eyes.
The difference, though, is that you are a weapon that can
Like I said, we seize control.
Music itself holds no emotion. It's the heart that runs it, Lily.
A person of true character should never be defined by an inanimate blade.
Even if one day you meet defeat, remember this. Those you've helped will never let you face it alone.
I've been thinking. Our final fate might already be written, but how we walk that path is up to us. We as humans are meant to carve
A civilization's glory is forged by generations of brave souls.
The waves of the shall never cease. Mankind will not be
The power to ride our fate has always been ours. Even without guidance, even when divinity falls silent, civilization will find its own way.
You have no role in Renacita's destiny.
You have no reason to carry on this fight. We carry the Dark Tide's memories.
We command both light and shadow. Did you really think you could stand against us alone?
Steel yourself. Defy the prophecy. Rise above fate again. If the road ahead is dark, then let this soul...
Be the spark that lights the night.
Well said. You are not alone, because we are here with you. Where the dark night ends, lies the blazing sun. We all made it, Rover.
Don't worry, it's just a scratch. Glad to see you're all right. As for that Grand Architect, the spirits will guide him to the other shore.
She burned her own life force to help you. Only by overclocking was she able to break through the Dark Tide's illusion. Her true forte has always been inside her. And as her blazing will became overclocked flames that seared away the corruption of the tacit discords and the dark, I took on some of the cost of her overclocking. I admit her insolent gamble paid off again.
She saved me, but you saved her.
Maybe it wasn't really a gamble this time. I knew you wouldn't stand by and let me die.
Then slay Leviathan and prove I was right about you.
Finally recognize me, Augusta?
I almost didn't. You've changed a lot. But the warmth in that resonance ability, that I could never forget.
Glad to see we both stayed true to who we are. But we can catch up later. For now, how did you all make it here?
Just as we were about to take the potion and enter the Dark Tide, the Fraxidus triggered its surge. Leviathan pulled us into its illusion.
But the echoes swallowed by the Dark Tide protected us. They bought us the time we needed to drink it.
The echoes of Renacida can sense human frequencies. When we reach out in hope, they answer us with hope.
But even with their help and the potion, we're still far from our goal. We fought through the illusions, but we still need an anchor to open a path to the journeying paradise.
I have an idea. If Leviathan found its anchor of reality to summon the Tidespawn into our world,
We follow suit and find an anchor of hope to find a way out of the world of the Dark Tide.
And who better for that than you, Rover?
Even in the depths of despair, you held on to hope. That unwavering faith makes you worthy of being our anchor of hope.
and the unbreakable tether we share is what led us to you.
The Dark Tide showed us your memories. We know that Kartathea planned her own death to plant humanity into Leviathan.
Her mind is asleep inside Leviathan's anchored body. If we can wake her, our chances of beating the Threnodian will grow. Let Abby rest for now. When the Threnodian falls, use your power to split its essence from the gem, and I'll use my devouring ability to seal it inside me.
So that's the real reason the Fraxidus was targeting you.
Yes, but now I've got backup. Neither they nor the Threnodian can stop us. Cristoforo thought his script was flawless, but he missed one thing. Even the faintest spark of hope can ignite a blaze when we stand together.
Defeating the Threnodian is what we all see. That is what unites us here.
Leviathan twisted our memories and emotions into this fake paradise, hoping we'd surrender to its will and let it harvest our civilization.
But now, the fate it's forced upon us is ours to shatter.
As long as we hold on to our shared faith and hope, Leviathan will never win.
It's time to break open the gate and burn this false paradise to the ground. That's the Threnodian's chrysalis, Leviathan's gestation pod. It's expanding the rift, bleeding into our world. Temper of distortions! Watch out!